My husband and I have been together for 7 years. We've been through everything: moving cities, job changes, family drama, purchasing our first home, and dealing with a myriad of life's challenges. Through it all, we've always considered ourselves a solid couple, at least that's what I thought. We've built a strong foundation based on open communication, honesty, and trust. We talk about everything, and if something's bothering either of us, we don't shy away from discussing it. No secrets, no games. What you see is what you get. That's always been the foundation of our relationship. Our marriage was pretty conventional, but we've also been fairly open-minded about exploring new things, especially when it comes to intimacy. We've had conversations about our sexual fantasies before, and on occasion, we've acted on them. Nothing too out of the ordinary, just a healthy exploration of each other's desires. We've always respected each other's boundaries and communicated openly about limits. Nothing ever happened that made me question our connection, and I never thought anything could threaten the bond we shared. But just a few months ago, that all changed, and I still don't know what to make of it. It all started one evening, just like any other. My husband and I were having dinner, talking about the usual stuff: work, life, some upcoming vacations we had planned, and then out of nowhere, he said he had been thinking about our relationship and intimacy. At first, I thought he was just in a random reflective mood, but what he said next shocked me to my core. He said that he wanted to explore a more open-minded aspect of our sexual lives, and to be specific, he suggested that I sleep with another man. I was floored, completely stunned. We had talked about other people before in the context of fantasies or role-playing, but this felt so much more real and tangible. He explained that he thought it might reignite something between us, that it could strengthen our bond, and that it could be empowering for me. He said it might even help us become closer. He seemed really confident about it, and as he spoke, I could see that he'd clearly put a lot of thought into it. At that moment, I didn't know how to respond. On one hand, I respected that he was being open and honest with me about something most couples wouldn't even bring up, but on the other hand, I didn't know what to think or how to feel about the whole thing. This wasn't something I had ever considered before, but he assured me that this was just an idea, something he was floating out there, and if I wasn't comfortable with it, we wouldn't do it. Here's where I messed up. Instead of immediately rejecting the idea, I decided to think it through. I didn't want to be quick to judge him or shut him down. I wanted to be open-minded, to show him that I trusted him and was willing to explore new things if it would strengthen our relationship. After much internal debate, I finally agreed to give it a try. We agreed on boundaries: no emotions involved, nothing hidden, and I would only do it if I felt comfortable. My husband reassured me that he would be there every step of the way to guide me through it. I thought it would be a one-time thing, just a fun experiment, but as you've probably guessed, things did not go according to plan. My husband went ahead and found a man. He took the process very seriously, making sure the guy was someone we could trust, someone respectful, and someone who shared our values of consent and communication. I met this man, who I'll refer to as Afro-Man. He was charming, confident, and magnetic. His energy was so powerful, and I won't lie, there was something about him that I couldn't ignore. At first, I was just going with the flow, trying to stick to our agreed boundaries, but something was starting to shift. The first meeting was awkward, of course. There was an undeniable tension in the air, and I didn't know how to act or what to say. Afro-Man was patient with me, taking it slow and respecting our boundaries. We checked in with each other constantly to ensure that everything felt okay. But over time, I started noticing something. The initial awkwardness slowly started to fade. I started to look forward to seeing him again. My heart would race when I thought about him, and the worst part? My husband, who was supposed to be my support through this, was encouraging it. He kept telling me how great it was that I was enjoying myself, how happy he was that I was experiencing this new side of myself. But something felt off with my husband. He started withdrawing emotionally. The way he looked at me changed. He became distant, not engaged in the way he used to be. It was like he was going through the motions but wasn't fully present. I tried to talk to him about how I was feeling, but he'd give me vague answers, brushing it off like everything was fine. But I knew it wasn't. His body language told a different story. We were no longer connecting in the same way we used to, and that's when I started to realize something. I was no longer emotionally connected to my husband the way I had been before. My bond with Afroman had grown stronger, deeper. I was beginning to fall for him in a way I hadn't expected. It wasn't supposed to happen like this, but the feelings were real. I tried to deny them at first, but as time passed, it became clear I had feelings for Afroman, and I couldn't push them away. Worse, Afroman was starting to show interest in me beyond the physical aspect. He was getting emotionally invested, and I could feel the pull. I didn't know how to handle it. Now I'm stuck. My relationship with my husband is unraveling, and I don't know how to fix it. I feel like I've betrayed him in the worst way possible, but at the same time, I can't deny my emotions toward Afroman. I feel lost and confused, trapped between two conflicting realities. I don't know how to confront my husband about how I'm feeling. The guilt is overwhelming, but so are the feelings for someone else. I have so many questions, and I don't know who to turn to for guidance. Do I tell my husband about how I feel about Afroman? How do I approach him about this emotional shift? Can we even go back to what we had before this happened? How do I repair the damage I've caused? Should I stop seeing Afroman, even though I can't seem to control how drawn I am to him? Can I ever trust myself again, not to fall into this emotional spiral? I know I've made mistakes. I feel like I've messed up everything, and I'm not sure if there's a way to come back from this. My relationship with my husband is on the line, but I'm also not sure if I'm ready to let go of the feelings I've developed. Reddit, I'm asking for help. What should I do? How do I handle this? Can my marriage be saved, or have I gone too far?